Hi. Joining me for this edition of Eye on the Arts is Meg DeMakas, a local writer who is with the Family Folklore Foundation. That's an organization that you founded, I take it.
That's right.
And is the Family Folklore Foundation a group of writers?
No, not necessarily. Our mission is to educate people about the world, so we have people of all ages. This year we have 5-year-olds up to baby boomers.
Okay.
And we've been learning about the world by tramping around it, the Indiana Dunes National Lakeshore. And then from all of the things that we've learned, I condensed it into a radio play.
Right, so you wrote this radio play, which was called what?
Footsteps in the Dunes.
Is that this year's play or last year's play?
That's this year's play.
Okay, but the last year's play and this year's play are connected, right?
Right. Last year it was called Butterbird Christmas, and again it is the Granville family. Last year it was when they moved out of the state. This year it is a camping trip, and it's a time that they camped instead of the 50s, in the 60s, and it's right after Indiana Dunes became the Indiana Dunes National Lakeshore, so it's in the 60s.
Well, this is very timely because this is going to be the 50th, 2016 will be the 50th anniversary. Am I saying that correctly?
Of the Indiana Dunes National Lakeshore,
Lakeshore,
and the 200th birthday for our state.
Yes,
Yes.
that I know. And
Yes.
it's also the 100th anniversary of the state parks.
Right. So
I
it's
know, it's a
all
lot of
kind of
anniversaries.
things, yes.
So this year's play is called what again?
Footsteps in the Dunes, and it takes place with a family of 8 this time, and they still have their little dog, but this time they're camping, and the father says, "What did you learn today?" And they start talking about the flora and the fauna, and in the middle act, the flora and fauna actually come alive.
Oh,
So
neat.
we've added some costuming this year. And we get our ideas from the Screen Actors senior players in Chicago, because they give Theater of the Imagination radio plays, and they wear, like the girls will wear a boa, or the man will have a hat on, you know, something to help the people in the audience.
So your presentation of this play, this is a radio play.
Right.
And so people stand at microphones.
Yes.
And so it's not like a traditional play.
Right.
But you're performing it both live and on the radio.
Right, we're going to be making it into an audio version, but that'll be later on. That's a whole
Okay.
different process.
I see.
So people come and they tape record their voices into our Mac, and then we have Almost Fairy Tales, which is a technical company that does the work on that, and then they do such a good job that Lakeshore Radio has aired Butterbird Christmas, and they're going to also air it on Christmas Day in the evening.
That's wonderful. So the live performances at the Marshall J. Gardner Center, which is the gallery for the Miller Beach Arts and Creative District on Lake Street.
Yes, and it's going to be at 4 o'clock on Sunday, December 13th.
Okay.
And if you get there a little bit early, there's light refreshment.
That's always nice.
And then there's, you can always get an autograph.
How did you cast it, Meg?
Well, we put an audition out on our website, telephone, marquees, and we actually have a Toastmaster who is doing a cameo of Henry Chandler Coles.
So
Yes, so we have about 22 people this year.
That's huge.
Yes.
Well, that's wonderful.
It's a lot.
It's quite a production. I didn't realize it was so
It's
full-blown.
grown. It's grown.
Great. Well, thank you for being here to tell us about it.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for watching. We'll be back again next week with another edition of Eye on the Arts.